Kingdom people, they miscalculated your abilities. They totally miscalculated your abilities. So, kingdom people, these people that see you and think they're getting ready to take advantage of you, think they're getting ready to control you, manipulate you, dominate you, use you, make you they flunky, make you chase after them as if they something to chase after. Jesus, God, are the only ones to chase after in our book. However, this was their intention. And they use their calculations. People size you up, watch you, study you, try to find your weaknesses, try to find your strengths to weaken them so that they can do their 1-2 on you. And after they calculated, after they sized you up, they begin. Now, not only did they begin, but they had to begin again and begin again and come again and do some more, because kingdom people, nothing they did worked, because they miscalculated your abilities. See, oftentimes people think, I'm going to say immature people, spiritually immature people, emotionally immature people, mentally immature people, they tend to think because someone is not out here being loud, they're calm, they're reserved, they preserve their energy, they're not boasting, they're not all in people business, you pretty much stay to yourself. They tend to think of that as a weakness. Then when they come for you, when they attack you, when they try to engage you in a negative manner and you don't respond, you totally ignore them, they consider that to be some kind of weakness. And so what happens is, over time, because nothing they do affects you, nothing they do causes you to engage with them, they come to some realizations that, first of all, you're not thinking about them. Secondly, nothing they do affects you. What happens is they realize, wait a minute, this person is actually strong. What they at one point thought of as a weakness, they begin to realize it's a strength. For one, kingdom people, when you don't respond the way they're looking for you to, at some point they see themselves. They begin to see themselves, and they begin to realize they got some serious issues and problems. See, what you are is a mirror to them. You reflect themselves back to them. You're not reflecting you to them. You're reflecting them to them. I say that because you're being a mirror to them. It's not that what they see in you, they see in themselves, but it's quite the opposite. Because you're not being what they are, because you're not giving them back what they're giving you, in other words, matching their energy, they realize that they're a problem, they're weak. They begin to realize that they the ones that are weak. They begin to realize them trying to control and dominate people is not the way to go. Because what they see in you, when they see you operate that way and not respond and hold your ground and be unbothered, they see that is real strength. They do eventually realize that's real strength. In fact, they begin to envy that. They begin to envy the fact that you're not bothered. You're not checking for them. You don't care what they do. You don't care what they say. Their opinions don't matter to you. They wish they could do that. Again, they begin to realize, wait a minute, this is strength, not weakness. They totally miscalculated your abilities. They thought you would fold. I just spoke on that not long ago. They thought you would have folded by now. And because you didn't, they realized they miscalculated your abilities. What they deemed as weaknesses were actually great abilities. But they had to mess around and find out. Kingdom people, what happens is many times you're people's teacher. God uses you to teach them. And you're not walking around trying to be their teacher. Notice I said God uses you as their teacher. You're not trying to teach them, but God uses you to teach them because God knows who you are and where you are. He knows who they are, where they are, and what they need, and how He can use you to show them themselves, to give them what they need. And what they do with that, that's a whole nother story. But after coming for you, after trying you, after attacking you, and oh my goodness, I'm just hearing going in them dark arts practices and trying you there, seeing that none of it has affected you, not really. The weapons may form, but they don't prosper. Seeing that you still moving, you still thriving, you still handling your business, you still showing up. Not only that, kind of people, but their stuff is falling apart. They realize that they totally miscalculated your abilities. See, they didn't know you was this spiritually strong. They didn't know you was this protected. And yes, while God does protect you, and that's for the most part why their dark art practices could not affect you, you are being protected because of where you are too. Because you walk with God. You're obedient. You close all doors to the enemy so that he can't have any legal rights to you. And so in many instances, kingdom people, when they see that you are a person of God, and I probably shouldn't do that because that doesn't apply to you, but that's the way they look at it. Like, oh, because they've probably seen that before. They've seen someone say they believe in God or so-called a person of God, and they did their stuff on them and it worked. So they just assumed that you were that too. But then they found out, oh no, this ain't that, and that ain't this. This ain't the same thing I seen before. They even consider you being a person of God a weakness. Because what also happens, kingdom people, many people of God, not all, but many, they become doormats. They be so busy trying to be nice, I guess, kind, that they let people play all in their face and all on their top and all over their, listen, that's not being kind when you let someone play you. But some people of God are naive to that. Many of us are not. Many of us are not anymore. And so again, they just assume, oh, it's just another one bites the dust. But then they found out, no, this ain't that. They totally miscalculated your abilities. Their calculations were all wrong. And now they're having to live in those miscalculations. Because as you know, kingdom people, when they come for you, God got to come for them. When they contend with you, God got to contend with them. Especially when they keep going and keep going and keep going after getting warning after warning after warning. Either way, they had to learn. That's why God used you to teach them. Kingdom people, they totally miscalculated your abilities.